Could your brand use a makeover? I mean, I know, let's get real here. It can be difficult to grow your business, your brand. You're an author, you're a speaker, you're a consultant. How do you get those fees? How do you get booked? How do you stay top of mind? Do you maybe need to be in a hot seat? Do you need to really hear the real truth about what's going wrong and maybe what you need to do to turn around things and make it right? Well, joining me right now is Ford Saeks. He is an international keynote speaker, business growth accelerator. He is a person that will expand your brand. He's a strategic consultant, has spoken all over the world, and he is joining us January 9th in New Haven at the NSA Connecticut chapter to talk all about this word. Thanks so much for joining me right now.
Well, I'm glad to be here, Pat. I love helping entrepreneurs and business owners, speakers, trainers, authors, and experts monetize their expertise in this overcrowded, noisy world that we all live in.
Show me the money. How do
Yep.
we get there? It's true. It's so noisy. It's so overcrowded. So, how do we break through? Okay, let's start by what are people doing wrong? What are you seeing?
Well, you said we only had a few minutes here today, but I would tell you that the biggest challenge that I see, and I've been in the speaking business now for 34 years. I'm one of the founding members of the $1 Million Speakers Group. And what I've seen is that the biggest challenge is probably people taking the wrong advice. That as soon as you become a speaker, author, expert, there's all these people trying to sell you coaching packages and how to do it. But a lot of them haven't even made money in their own business, yet they're trying to tell you how to do it. So you want to really consider the source and make sure that if you're going to take advice, which I mean, I'm all believe in mentors and I'm an author of multiple books. I mean, I'll believe in those types of things, but you want to make sure you consider the source, because if they haven't done what they're telling you to do, then they probably don't know what they're talking about.
You know what? It makes complete sense. So I really like that. And you have spoken to, probably countless corporations all over the world. So you do have the street cred, right? But let's talk about people that are building their businesses, right? Because we're not all at that $1 million level. We need to know, we need to have some tools, right? So maybe you never want to talk about things that you could do and you haven't really done them, right? You have to have that street cred. But how can you stay top of mind and how can you advance your skills?
Well, I'd say it really comes down to five basic categories. I'm going to give you the five, but I'm going to dig deeper on just one of them.
Okay.
But so just real quick, if you're taking notes and maybe watching the replay, you've got to have a really clear value proposition. Why should someone hire you over the competition? Number two, you have to have a revenue model. How are you going to get paid? So for instance, Pat, are you a keynoter? Are you a workshop? Do you do facilitated learning? Are you a strategic coach? Are you an executive coach? There's a lot of different revenue models and they all work. So how are you going to, once you have your value, how are you going to make money with that value? And it's about adding value, right? Number three, you've got to be great on stage. You have to be great on stage, on screen, and on demand. So have you worked on your craft? Number four, you've got to have a digital footprint. If you want to get paid, you have to get found. What shows up when someone Googles your name? What shows up if someone Googles your key topic areas? If you're not visible, then you're a secret. I know a lot of excellent speakers. They're funny, they're amazing, but they don't make any money because they're secrets. And so even though they've worked on their craft, which is obviously number three, they don't have number four, which is the digital footprint, which is their SEO rankings, their website, social media, business directory listings, and business reviews. And then number five, they've got to have a sales and marketing playbook. Now, that's a lot to take in this short little interview that we're doing today.
Yeah.
But this is a business path that's really easy to get into, and it's hard to stay in, because really anybody with a laptop, or can say, well, I'm a keynote speaker. Well, anybody can have that moniker, but that doesn't mean that they can actually deliver the goods at the prices that are relevant.
Well, this presentation of yours sounds like we're going to be doing a deep dive into all these different areas. And I mean, just SEO and all that, it's very valuable to know. And that's something that we don't usually talk about. But, you kind of have to have everything on the front end and on the back end as well.
I think I'd want to demystify it to say this. You have to get found. How do you get found? You have to have some type of a duplicatable sales process that's lifestyle friendly. So I'm not saying you have to make cold calls. I'm saying what's lifestyle friendly for you. And you have to be passionate about your expertise, because ultimately you're an expert first and then your delivery method. So often I see people get their identity tied to their delivery method. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm a consultant. No, you're an expert. Those are just delivery methods. So SEO is a really small part of the whole thing. It really comes down to how do you elevate your brand to stand out from the competition? What are you doing to nurture those relationships, have an amazing customer experience, leverage AI innovations in a way that's congruent? Because right now everybody can use ChatGPT to write a blog and write an article and write a book for all that matters, but that's only part of it. And then number 3 is, what do you have that's lifestyle friendly that you're passionate about that you can do it? And most people, Pat, they price themselves improperly. They go to the National Speakers Association and they go to a workshop or an influence conference and they say, well, you should start your fees low if you're new, and then as you get more business, you should raise it. It's all built on supply and demand. And that's just a bunch of BS, because you should price based on value, not the competition. So most people don't know how to price their value and how to promote it in a way that's in alignment with their brand.
Well, you hit the nail on the head there. And I really appreciate the fact that you said that, because I do think as speakers, we're often underestimating our value, which is not helping us get anywhere. So how is 2025 looking, by the way?
2025 is huge. I'm doing a lot of presentations right now, leveraging the power of AI, helping people understand the pros and cons, help them keep the human experience. But unlike a lot of speakers that are speaking about technology and AI, I don't care about technology. I care about results. Is this going to help me expand my influence? Is it going to help me build my subscriber list? Is it going to help me get leads? Is it going to help me get sales? And is it going to help me improve efficiencies? So in my speaking business, I've had as much as 35 employees on my team. Right now I have 5. And that's a lot of overhead. Okay. I know a lot of people just have their solopreneurs, or some people work full-time jobs and they speak on the side. The great thing about this business is it really is lifestyle friendly, but you still have to get customers and generate revenue. And some people will say to me, Pat, it's not about the money. I just want to make the world a better place. And I'm like, okay, fine. I want to make the world a better place too. But if you really want to help more people, charge what you're worth, help more people, and then start a foundation, be a philanthropist and give the money away. But if you want to make a better impact, get your book done. You want to make a better impact, reach out to the organizations that are your ideal client, let them know you're available, and you will.
Love it. Well, this has been very valuable, even just chatting with you for a couple of minutes. So I can only imagine what you're going to be telling us at the beginning of the year. Thank you so much for joining me. And also, you will be doing some hot seats maybe too, right?
Yes. So a hot seat is where we do an interactive hot seat confidentially with the person who's in the room to solve their biggest challenge. Maybe it's branding, maybe it's marketing, maybe it's positioning, how to work with bureaus, how to set your fees, how to work with contracts, how to work with your demo video, how to build an effective website, how to leverage LinkedIn prospecting. It's not about more. It's about what do you want to start doing, stop doing, and continue doing. So I hope they join me at the Connecticut NSA event that night. It's going to be an evening event, and I hope you join. And if anybody has any questions ahead of time, they can check me out on LinkedIn. My name's right on the screen right in front of you. And connect with me on LinkedIn ahead of time. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
Oh, well, we're looking forward to seeing you too. Thank you so much. Have a happy new year. And we're looking forward to You're killing me. I love those. I love those effects. All right, Ford, we will see you in January. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Pat.
And if you'd like to register, we are always welcoming guests. Start your new year off right. Go to nsact.org to register. And you can learn how to assess how to start something, how to stop something, how to continue something, how to get a makeover. I don't know. I'm just telling you right now that I can't wait for the meeting, because this is going to set us up